Hello and welcome everyone to a new video on our YouTube channel. So in today's video we're going to be working on this 1991 Mercedes Benz W124 300E, which is the 3-liter inline-6 engine. Anyway, today's video we're going to be focusing on the braking system. We're going to be showing you how to service the full braking system on each corner. So let's jack the car up and get straight to work. So the main problem that we have is that while applying the brakes, the pedal keeps going down until the car starts rolling forward. This indicates that we have a leak somewhere, which we don't. We checked all the corners and all the lines and everything is intact and we are not losing any fluid. Or we have a bad master cylinder that is internally leaking the pressure. So now we're going to start removing this one and install the new one. Start by spraying some WD-40 on the fittings. And then get yourself a syringe or any sort of tool that can remove fluid. Start removing the old fluid from the old master cylinder. No wonder the master cylinder went bad. As you can see, the fluid is dirty. First, push a rag under the master cylinder to catch any fluid that leaks and start removing the fittings. They are 11mm and not 10, so make sure. Okay guys, so you need to remove the reservoir in order to reach the rest of the bolts, this fitting and the bolt on the bottom side. Now we can reach the inner bolt. Now we can pull the old master cylinder straight out. Make sure you pour some water on all the surfaces that got wet with brake fluid. Okay guys, so as you can see, this is the old brake reservoir. As you can see, it's filthy from the inside because they probably never changed the brake fluid before. So make sure you change yours regularly, at least every couple of years. Okay guys, so here we got the new master cylinder. We're gonna start bench bleeding it out of the car, but usually you need to install the reservoir on the master cylinder before you bench bleed it. But in our case, we can't install the master cylinder and the reservoir as one unit on the car, so we're gonna do it this way. So the term bench bleeding is when you bench bleed or bleed the master cylinder outside of the car before installing it. What you do is put some brake fluid in these ports here and start pumping the rod until there's no bubbles coming out from the exit port or from the inlet. If you're doing it this way, make sure you start on the rear brakes and not on the front, so the ones further from the rod, because if you're gonna do it this one first, then you're gonna start losing fluid when you do the other end of the rod. The way you do it is you pump the rod, then while the pressure is built up on your finger, release it just so that the air goes out, then do it again. Keep doing so until there is only fluid coming out of each end and no more bubbles. Now that we got both ports filled with fluid and no more bubbles is coming out after pumping it, we can turn our focus to the other one. The front brakes are on the first half of the rod, so when you pump the first half, you will not affect the rest of the rod. Now we are ready to install the master cylinder back. Now after we installed the master cylinder in place, we can reinstall the lines. Make sure you install the fittings with your hand first so you won't cross thread them. Now we install the reservoir. Make sure you use the OT4 brake fluid, the blue stuff. Now with that done, we're gonna jack the car up and start working on the wheels. Okay guys, so after jacking up the car and putting her on some jack stands, we revealed the disc brake system that we have here. What we do is, we need to release the piston inside in order to remove the caliper. What we do is grab ourselves a small pry bar or a big screwdriver and insert it here, right between the mounting point of the caliper and the caliper that moves itself. And we can pry like that, pushing the piston inwards, which frees up the caliper. And now we can remove all the brake pads. So now we start removing the upper caliper bolt. We need to hold the inner bolt while we are loosening the outer one. After removing the bottom bolt, we kept the top bolt in a couple of threads to hold the caliper from falling down. Now we remove the bolt the rest of the way and move the caliper just like that. After removing the caliper, don't let it dangle from the wires. Just set it here on the ball joint. It will rest and it will not move. Now we revealed the brake pads. As you can see, you can remove them. Now I know there's a lot of life left on these pads, but since we are servicing the whole brake system, so we might as well change them. Now we give the rotors a quick inspection. We run our fingernails on it to see if it will bite, which it doesn't, and it looks flat and smooth on both sides. The fingernail is not biting to any point, so it's fine. After cleaning both sides of the rotor with brake cleaner, we set in our new brake pads, just like that. Okay guys, so if you notice, there are these springs, they push against the caliper, so in order to put it on, you need to set in one bolt and then push on the caliper to be able to install the next bolt. So now that we showed you how to replace the front brakes on this side, we're going to do the other side on time lapse. Okay guys, so now we turned our focus on the rear brakes. And to remove the brake pads of this caliper here, there is a pin that goes from this side to the other side through the caliper and through the brake pads. So what you do is, there's a special punch that you use to knock them out, or you can use a nail, but make sure you ground down its tip so it's not sharp. and you push it through like that and hit it with a hammer. Okay guys, so the rotor on this side is looking kind of rough. So we remove the caliper, and now we're gonna remove this screw here to remove it and see if it needs to be turned or if we need a new one. Okay guys, so we ended up turning the rotor, and now we're gonna reinstall it. So now we're gonna do the same thing for this side. Okay guys, so now we are bleeding the brakes. Now you should start by bleeding the furthest wheel from the master cylinder, which is the right rear in our case. We already bled that, and now we're on the left rear. But one thing to note is that to bleed the brakes on this Mercedes-Benz or any Mercedes-Benz of that era, you should have the fluid level above the max level on the master cylinder reservoir, because in order for the master cylinder to send fluid to the rear brakes, it should be on top of the max. Okay guys, so now we've reached the final wheel. We're gonna bleed it out and then call it done. Okay guys, so just like that, we showed you how to service the braking system on this W124. We replaced the master cylinder and we replaced all the brake pads. Now the car has a fully refurbished braking system and it's ready to hit the road once again. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video and learned a couple of stuff along the way. If you did, make sure to subscribe to our channel and like the video, as well as leaving a comment down below. See you on the next one. Peace.